Hello everyone. So let us talk about the internet. So what is internet? Internet is a global network which connects millions of people worldwide. Let's say it can be for business related, academics related, or just for some social interactions, etc. Why do we need internet? Internet helps in sharing the information, to communicate with people, or to access services like the websites, email, or even to play online games. The most common example of usage of internet is using social media apps like Instagram and WhatsApp, or to watch some videos on YouTube. Okay, now let us see how does the internet work. So basically, consider that there are two machines. One is the client and one is the server. Okay, what does the client machine do? The client machine sends the request to the server machine. What type of request? Suppose if you want to access the YouTube website, so you type in the YouTube URL, okay, and you have to wait for say some seconds until the YouTube website gets opened, right? So basically what's happening is that you are sending a request to the server machine to give you access to the YouTube website. Okay, so you are basically requesting for some information, and after some time you get responded back with the YouTube website. So the server gives you the information, or sends you the information, or sends the information to the client machine. So a server actually contains a huge amount of information which is available on the internet. It can be in form of websites, files, or resources. Okay, and how all this is transported between the client and server with the help of the data transmission. It travels in the form of packets over the communication paths. Okay, so if you are using a laptop, mobile, or computer, you are actually a client machine, and you are sending the request to a server machine which is present internationally or say globally. So now let's talk about the web browsers and websites. Web browsers like the Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, etc. They contain a huge number of websites or web pages on them. Okay, and each web page or website has its own address. Like for example, you have address to your home, right? So each website also has its own address, which is called as the URL, Uniform Resource Locator. So whatever website or the URL that you type in, okay, you are actually typing the address of that website. For example, youtube.com. Okay, now, what is this HTTP? It is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is basically a language which is used to transfer the data between the browsers and the web servers. Okay, now, so let us have a look at IP address and DNS. IP address is nothing but a unique identifier which is assigned to every device on a network. Just like we have names, similarly our devices are named, which are nothing but the IP addresses. It helps in communication of the devices over the internet. There are two types of IPs, the public IP and the private IP. The public IP is visible on the internet, which is assigned by the ISP, the Internet Service Provider, and the private IP is used within the local networks. Next we have DNS. DNS is nothing but it helps in translating domain names, for example google.com, into some IP address which can be readable by the server machine. It helps in making the browsing easier and connecting website names to their server locations. Now, let's move on to some common internet hardware. You have router first. It helps in forwarding the data between your local network and the internet. You have modem, which converts signal from your ISP to your router, enabling internet access. Switch, which is used in local networks to connect multiple devices like the computers, printers, etc. Ethernet cable, it is a wired connection which is used to link devices to the network. You have Wi-Fi extender, which boosts the wireless signal in larger areas or homes within weak coverage. Next, we move on to types of networks. Now, talking about types of networks, okay, based on your need, based on the geographical coverage you need, you have these types of networks divided as LAN, MAN, and WAN. What is LAN? It stands for local area network. So suppose if you want network only for your say school building, limited to your school building or say home, okay, so you will use LAN. It covers a small area, okay, and it is high speed and it has wired connections. Now let us move on to MAN, which is the metropolitan area network. It has a larger area than LAN. It has a larger area coverage than LAN, but smaller than WAN. It helps in connecting multiple buildings or campuses within a city. Okay, then you have WAN, which covers a more larger area than MAN. For example, a country or a continent. Okay, so its range, it connects LANs and MANs across the cities, countries, or even globally. And the best example is the internet, the world's largest WAN. Now let us talk about emerging technologies in the internet. So, you must have heard about 2G, 3G, 4G evolution. So, similarly, we have the 5G network, which is the most current trend in the networks, which offers faster speeds, enables smoother streaming, gaming, etc. Next, you have IoT, which stands for Internet of Things. It helps in connecting devices such as the watches, refrigerators, etc. with the internet. Okay, these are also called as smart devices and they help in collect and sharing the data for automation and efficiency. Lastly, we have the artificial intelligence and machine learning, which helps optimizing the internet usage, helps in personalized recommendation and enhances the user experience. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of internet security. It is very important to keep your data and information secured on internet as it is available to millions of people worldwide. So for that we have cyber security which protects the devices and the personal information, firewalls which monitors and control the incoming and outgoing network traffic, and encryption which helps in scrambling or converting your data into non-readable form so that it can be transferred over the internet. For example, it is used in internet banking or say shopping where you use credentials like the OTP or your account number, etc. So that's it with the internet. Thank you.